Oh, yeah. What is up, everybody? How are we doing today on this fine evening? I just got the announcement that I'm live, just to let you guys officially know that I am currently live. Thank you all for being in the chat already. Thank you all for viewing this fine content. As we all know, I am currently on a roll. And I think if you guys notice this, there's a specific special button that's going on right now. I don't know if you guys see that. Ooh, I need to view it myself, just like yesterday. I did some work after I got off the air yesterday and, got some things sorted. Let's see what we got. Yeah, she's down there. King Aboga. What's going on, dude? Oh, man. What a day. You're too pretty not to have a... Yeah, Scott, what's going on here? I noticed that too with the WarTribe, what's it called, on WhatsApp. You don't even have a thingy, an avatar. Where the fuck did that shit go? Damn. Anyway, I'm going to take a little tootski of this. Oh, man, I felt like having a little bit of hookah today. I haven't done that in forever. I was like, man, I could kind of use it. Instead of hitting some caffeine, I try not to do caffeine. More specifically, I try not to have caffeine after like 2 p.m. But as of late, the only thing I've been doing is I've been rocking and rolling fucking Gorilla Mind Rush in the morning, usually around 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock. It's been serving as a hella good fucking pre-workout too, without all the jitters. And I'll tell you what, man, I was taking pre-workout because I stopped taking pre-workout for a long time. Where did I put my little fucking placard thing, man? Damn it. There she is. There she is. There she is. I stopped taking pre-workout for a long time. And then I got back into lifting and I started working with a personal trainer. This was like back in November, I think, or something along those lines. And we were working out at like 7, 8 in the morning, and I am not good. I am not a good lifter in the morning. So I was like, I got to start taking this pre-workout again. I don't drink coffee. I don't like coffee. It fucks up my gut. I think I got a bad little thing about it too, because I'll tell you what, yeah, I'll smoke some hookah for you guys right now. Fucking blowing ropes. I couldn't get one of those things, man, honestly. We got 22 people up in the chat right now. Let's make sure that we're hitting the like. Max, did you hit the like? San Diego Jared, did you hit the like? I'm the 9. Did you hit the like? What's going on here? Who do we got up in the chat anyway? And I'll get back on my ramble. Gino Gonzalez, what's going on? Mike, throwing down the steak. What's up, dude? 2 wheels, only one. Thank you for your donation yesterday. You are a kind man. By the way, my what's it called is also working. My StreamYard's donation link is also working now. So instead, I know you guys are already noticing that my super chat is up and running, but the overlords at YouTube take 30% of the profits from that. So if you do want to donate to the show and have your name announced onto the screen for your generosity, do donate to the Streamlabs link. I'd love to see what it looks like. We got Timaeus up in here. We got Brent. We got Oliver Eugene. We got Hectorius. We got Scott. Who else we got? Philip Franklin, as always, doesn't miss a show. San Diego Jared, that's what I'm talking about. Keeping on with the keeping on. I dig it. How is GMR? GMR is the fucking shit. I fucking love it. It's far better than any pre-workout I've ever taken, and you get the nootropic effect as well. Your mind-muscle connection is on fire. You feel like a fucking pimp that lifts a lot of weights. It's good stuff. I just got another bottle in the mail because I like it that much. So this will be my third bottle. I've been rocking Gorilla Mode for some time. This is Gorilla Mind Rush's pre-workout, but as I said, man, I don't know what's going on. My guts just stopped liking fucking pre-workout as well. I was getting, let's get graphic here. I normally don't have the runs, right? And especially when I have the runs, I don't have the kind that is farty runs, that spackles your fucking toilet with buckshot. But that started to happen. So, oh, perfect. Good. Screw you. I just got blown off. I have some family issues that came up and I have to take care of. Hope you can understand. Perfect. Because I was going to blow you off anyway. Honestly. Because I already got another lady that I'm working on who's a little bit more into me. Gents, last night. Oh, my heart is broken. What little heart I have. I thought you guys saw me here working on something. I was working on something and I was chugging. And this chick, ooh, tiny little Asian too. I want to spin her around so bad. I got some plans for this girl. And that's what happened as I started to get hungry. I started to dream of my next meal. Anyway, she agreed to come over as well. She's like, okay, I'll be over in 45 minutes. And then fucking ghost. Nothing. What a fucking tease. That pissed me off so much. You can't lose your shit, though. You cannot lose your shit. You can't turn into a little fucking crybaby and start blowing her phone up and all this other stuff and, getting mad. You just gotta, you guys know this and you've been following me for some time. I got a lot of wins in the win category, right? Sometimes you fucking lose, though. Sometimes you're missing it. I'll tell you, there's also been a little bit of a downturn too. So like the week before Valentine's Day, hammering it. All the women that have given up on Valentine's Day, they started hopping on the old king's throne for a little while, getting spun around and whatnot. And then Valentine's Day happened. And then girls again are starting to pretend like they're fucking these nice little princesses for the last, when the fuck was that stupid ass holiday? 4 days ago. And now it'll start to pick back up again. She got quarantined. That's what I think, man. She said she was sick. But I was going to risk it. I was going to risk that shit. Tiny. Oh. Love it. Anyway, cute little spinstress. Very, very excited for that, but it did not happen. I'm not going to lie about stuff. I could sit here on the air and I could be like, guys, I hit a home run, man. I did it. Fuck that shit. I'm not going to ever lie on my dick. I'm not going to ever fucking make up stories about any of that shit. That's some whack ass stuff. Sit there and lie about. Look at this too. I'm in front of all you guys talking about this stuff all the time. I got to be honest. Oh yeah. Anyway. So yeah, pre-workout, it's been causing some gut irritation and all that other stuff. It's also been making me like super sleepy. Like I'll work out and then after I work out, I'll crash. It's like, I won't go take a nap. I don't really like taking naps, but I'll crash energetically. And it's like, yeah, there's something up with this stuff. And the fucking shit of it is too, I just ordered a whole new container like 2-3 weeks ago of Tiger's Blood. I like it though. I like Tiger's Blood. I'm going to recommend it for sure. It's like a good mixture between like a jittery pre-workout that gets you kind of hyped up and then a good nootropic. But I honestly personally think that Gorilla Mind Rush is by far the best. It's a little bit of a crazy ride, a little bit, because it's different. It's different. It is definitely different. 32 people up in the chat. What's that ratio looking like right now? Do I got to yell at you guys about this ratio? 18. Oh, fuck. I should just sit here and not fucking say a damn thing until those likes start going up. There's 21. Hit that like button, you motros. Plain and simple. It helps. It helps with the algorithm, people. Come on now. Hook a brother up. If you're not going to donate, at least hit the like button and start sharing this stuff, guys. Get out of here. Don't be scared. So I've been reading the free chapter. Needs more editing. I got it edited. I didn't do the editing. I paid for an editor. So I'm hoping once this thing hits it a little bit and I have a little bit more of a staff and a little bit more money to play with, sure, I'll have it re-edited and I'll do a few other things, like definitely putting out a fucking hard copy of this Motro. Very excited for that. But yeah, I had to do what I had to do in order to get things going. Doing a burnout on that like button. That's what I'm talking about. Smash that shit. Smash that shit like this chick's about to get smashed tonight. Those guys that are in the WarTribe chat, they got to see my little communication with this one lady. I swung for the fences on it. She set me up hard, though. I had to. She asked me the question. I was already throwing out some sexual innuendo because I knew, like, she's already throwing it out there. I'm throwing it out there, all that good stuff. And she's like, I'm about to get wild with my girlfriend tonight. And I was like, now that's what we're talking about. And then after that, she's like, what are you getting into tonight? And I was just like, girl, you cannot be saying that to me. You cannot be saying that to me. So I swung for the fences, and we got a date already set up for 7:00. So what did your boy say? Let's hear it in the chat. What'd your boy say when a girl says to me, what are you getting into tonight? That's just a perfect verbiage for me to just normally I try not to go for the obvious, but I'm feeling a little froggy. I got to make up for that loss last night. You know what I mean? Girl still hasn't hit me up today too, after I texted her, like, where you at last night? So I don't know what the deal is. It's all right. I got a nice little fat booty white girl that's about to throw down. Let's do it. Hopefully you later. Exactly. That's exactly what your boy said. I got to put that up. So good. It's so obvious, though. But I mean, hey, if she wanted to, dang, you're my first super chat dude ever. Yeah, boy. That's what I'm talking about. Follow your boy's lead. That's all I got to say. Oh, man. This is fucking epic. Epic. No hoping. It's going down. Yeah, exactly. She started to say a few little things too. I forgot what she was saying, but she was getting a little in our conversation online. She called me sensei at one point, and I told her that she's calling me the wrong thing, that she has to call me master. So from there, we started playing around via text. I brought that over to the text. And oh yeah, because she called me Sparky. Oh, I hate names like that when they try to like belittle you, so to speak, right? So I had to put the kibosh on it. And she's like, no, I think I'll stick with Sparky. And I straight up said to her, I was like, you're either cruising for a timeout or a spanking. You choose. And she's like, both sound amazing. I was like, well, we'll throw that on the agenda. Let's go. Let's do this. Tuesday nights are usually when I have class too for school. I'll tell you what, though. Obviously, we're going to be talking about collage today, college. Man, what a fucking waste. I'm going to be real with you guys. I'll give you a little bit of background about that stuff here in a little bit, but I just don't feel like fucking talking about that shit. But you know what? When your boy gets hit up from fat booty girls that want to hop on the throne and take her for a spin, the king must oblige. You know what I'm saying? The king must please his people. Oh man. Thanks, brother. Yeah, I've been chewing on it. I appreciate it for sure. Ha, look at this dude. Pariah for life. Miss you, brother. Looks like you're killing it. So stoked. Thanks, dude. I appreciate it. I miss you too. Hopefully one of these days we'll link up again. I've been just strictly bodybuilding lately and doing jujitsu, so no more CrossFit for me. I could still only lift though every once in a while. I think it's fun, but this dude, he was one of the OGs of my gym when I first opened it up. He was a huge brand ambassador. He truly believed in everything that I did. So big shout out to you, Justin. Thanks for being here. I appreciate it. Again, shout out to Thor as well. Shout out to Thor for the super chat. Much, much, much appreciated. As you guys know, too, hopefully, Sunday, fuck. No, not Sunday. Saturday. Getting ahead of myself here, man. I will officially turn 35 years old, hitting that prime, hitting that stride, hitting that peak sexual market value. Going to ride it out for the next 20 years after that and hopefully continue to push the envelope there. Look like my man Thor when I'm 56, 57 years old, rocking those same shenanigans that Thor's rocking too. Thor's a real G. He's living the life. You guys need to emulate that stuff. And I got to throw it out there. Damn. I got to throw it out there. Thor is a tremendous, tremendous asset in the WarTribe community as well. He's just helping so many dudes out as far as kind of understanding that frame, how to live that stuff, and just overall in general helping out with health and fitness as well. So if you guys are looking for, I mean, man, we were just talking about this on the webinar this weekend. We had people ranging from fucking 58 to 18 years old talking about the same stuff, talking about how to continue to do it. That's the beauty of that. Like, that is what a tribe really is. We have the youth, we have the middle-aged men that are kind of working through it at this point in time, and we got our older guys that have the wisdom, that have built that lifestyle. Fucking amazing group of men. We're just talking about how to build that life and how to continue building it, right? I don't know what Skull's all about. I don't dip. I think I dipped like, it's probably more than 5 times in my life for sure, but I could never do it. For some reason, it's weird. Like, my mouth just, it like waters too much, right? I hate it. And I get scared to swallow the fucking spit because I might get the juices. And it's just gross. It's fucking nasty. I don't like the feeling either. You got to go take a dump right after you put it in and all that other shit. Oh, he's talking about that. I got you. SKOL. Wicked. Oh, man. I wanted to do this, but I kind of messed up and didn't post it up. Hit the gym hard today, guys. Ooh. Oh, I forgot my stupid login, didn't I? Yeah, that's poop. Whatever. If you guys aren't on my Instagram, make sure you go and check out my Instagram. It's just at Corey Capella. It's super simple. COREYCAPELLA. You can see the video of what I'm lifting today. Yeah, no worries about the autocorrect. I feel you. You guys could see what I'm lifting today. I was doing some bent over rows with some heavy ass weight. Rocking and rolling. How much weight you guys think I was lifting? It was good. It was pretty good. It was, I shouldn't say it was heavy ass. It was moderate, but it felt good. I had a heavy back day today. Lots and lots of rows. Start off with the lat pull down and hit some heavy lat pull down, shooting for the 8 to 10 range. Because up to this point, believe it or not, for the last couple of months, I've been shooting more for like the 15 rep range in order to really get that hypertrophy going on. Because obviously, I'm the 9 saying, Hectoria says 245. Max is saying 275. I'm the 9 saying 315. I'm glad you guys aren't putting any baby weight down. That makes me happy. There you go. I love the lat pull down. Rock and roll. Marshmallow peeps for sure. At least it's not those weights like we used to use, those rubber weights in CrossFit that were made up of like chewed up tires. And they'd have like a plus minus what's it called? Parameter of like plus 3 or 4 pounds. So it would look like you're lifting like 225, and the reality could be that it's like, I don't know if each weight has plus or minus 4 on it. Like you could be down to 200 easily. Silliness. My guess is the bar and 2 bumpers. Well, you guessed 275 up there. Does that equate to 275? Got to do some gym math, my dude. All right, where's our likes at? 27 with 35 people watching right now. I still say we got to get it up there, guys. We got to get it up. But I'll accept it for right now. I won't get too angry at you guys. I won't put you guys in the timeout. Corey, my lat pull down sucks though. Do you recommend doing high reps of low weight, then adding more weight in my next session? I always recommend people start off form over function, if that makes any sense. Okay. Oh shit. What up, Corey? What's going on, dude? And what I mean by form over function is there's going to be so many people that could go through the movement of it going heavy, but they're not really hitting all the muscle groups. You got to have that mind muscle connection. You got to know what you're doing. Like if you look at my last rep on that video, I was tapped out, right? I didn't pull all the way in and I kind of cheese dicked it a little bit, but that's doing your last rep of a heavy weight after 4 full fucking sets too. But especially with the lat pull down, a lot of people, the thing that people do wrong with the lat pull down machine, and this is the same thing with pull-ups, is what's up, Sam? I'll get to you in a second. Here, we might have to shed the old, what's it called? We might have to tilt you down a little bit just so you can see the fucking King's lats. What people do is when they're doing the lat pull down machine, they'll sit upright and they'll just pull down like this, right? And you'll feel it a little bit more in like your rear delt and the top of the lat, but you're not hitting the full lat. Like you have to get a full spread. So you got to lean back first and get that chest up as high as possible and then pull that bar into the chest. It's not an up and down. It's a pull in and row, pull in and row, and really feel those lats go down your rib cage and pinch in the middle. All right. So that's what a lot of people do wrong with their lat pull down. And it's also a big reason why their lats don't develop. They'll only develop in the upper area, right? But they'll not get that full V taper. It'll look more like a T, so to speak, because they're only, here we go. Fucking getting dressed and undressed on this shit. You guys got to start paying me more. What do we got going on here? So that's the key to the lat pull down. The other thing that people mess up too is this. You're breathing for every single thing that you do. When you're getting ready to lift, you breathe in. And when you go to lift, you breathe out. And you should be trying to suck your belly button all the way back into your spine when you breathe out. That's going to keep your core engaged. You're going to get your transverse abdominis into it because everything should be a from the core movement, core to extremity. Too many people sit in there and they don't use their core in order to, 1, assist with the lift, 2, lead the lift. Core to extremity. Go from the core to the extremity of what you're trying to do. So that's huge on any type of row. You really want to try to get your sternum up in the air as high as possible too as well. And you're going to develop your serratus, all those nice little fingers across the rib cage on top of some nice fatty boy lats. I'll do a lat spread for you guys here in a little bit once I feel fucking camera ready. Your man's getting ready for some fucking photo shoots. That's all I got to say. Getting ready for hitting the fucking big stage. This dude, I will be on Joe Rogan by the end of the year. I'm not, call me fucking arrogant if you want to. No, it's a big goal and a big dream. And I think it's possible. We'll see that happen on top of a few other things. Yeah, way too many people hold their breath. And way too many people do it opposite too. They'll sit there and they'll hold, and then on the way up, they'll release. And it's like, no, right? Right? Like that's how I let that stuff out, man. Don't be afraid. Don't fucking get Planet Fitness up in here and forget to actually let that out. This is one of the biggest reasons why it sucks having women in the gym. They fuck the whole thing up. Like everything else. They made everything too fucking safe and too courteous. I'm not sitting here telling you to be the guy, the one I told you about the other week where you're fucking slamming weights and kicking your fucking bang can around, but come on. You guys got to get a little bit of motion in the ocean going on. Got to get a little bit of grunt action. You got to, you know what I'm saying? Oh, yeah, I fucking feel it. Pull that shit in there. Let's see. I got to go all the way back up here. Let's hit Sam Kilborn. Besides, you do any of these red pill experts with YouTube channels actually have game? They seem to be all theory, and in the psychological aspect, I would literally probably outgame 95% of them. Wait, you mean to say that doing the work also includes knowing how to game women and also build actual muscle in the gym? Or you can't just sit on the sidelines writing books about this stuff, but you actually have to apply it to your life? It's fucking crazy. It's a crazy aspect. It's a crazy world we live in, especially in this globalized sexual marketplace. And not just that too, guys. It's not just that. It's also now the fact that you can't hide shit. Like you can't hide fucking anything from anyone. Everything now about your life, there's really no privacy. Or, people can find it out. That's the craziness of the internet. Just like what I talk about. I'm fucking very brash about my receipts in life. Like I tell all you guys, go and check me out. Like go find all this stuff out about me, right? Check my background. Check to see if I fucking got an award in the Marine Corps and I did special operations stuff. And, I don't know what else you could check on, whether or not I owned a gym and fucking went bankrupt and all this other crazy stuff. Go check all this shit out. Like I'm sure you could find it. It's very fucking easy, I bet. So Sam Kilborn, my fucking king salute to you for the $10 super chat and for bringing up a phenomenal topic. You're absolutely right. I'm usually doing 130 with 3 sets of 10 to 15 reps. Yeah, I want you to, the big thing too is this, like you need to periodize your workouts. What does that mean? That means if you've done this now for about 6 weeks, well, I think the big thing now is this. First and foremost, if you're going to go in from here on out, I want you to do your first set at 130 and just focus on 8 good reps of squeezing like I just talked about. And then from there, build up, right? Because that's the thing with like hypertrophy as well. So I got used to doing 10 to 15 reps or 15 reps for most of the stuff, 15 to 20. And I was doing that obviously not to get too bulky for jujitsu and all this other stuff. But now I'm just like, fuck it. Let's get fucking good muscle mass on there, strong muscle, good ligament, muscle, and tendon connection, and just become just still go hard at jujitsu. It just takes work. That's really all it comes down to. So I think that you need to change up your rep scheme and go a little bit lower and start to pick up the weight. Get on some creatine. Make sure your protein is. Make sure the amount of grams of protein you're taking in per day is about your body weight, especially if you're trying to get some good lean muscle on you. I'd do carbs pre-workout and carbs post-workout, and then maybe like a moderate. I don't know what your body type is, so I can't really give that aspect. But protein synthesis happens due to carbohydrates, right? So you need to get your carbs in there for sure. And if you're looking for a tremendous pre-workout, Gorilla Mind Rush. I am not sponsored by them. I am just a tremendous fan of their product. That's it. That's all I got for you there. High weight, low rep for strength. After you master the form, 100%. How are we looking on likes right now? 32 with 42 people in the chat. Get out of here. Those are rookie numbers. We need to bump those numbers up right now. You fucking crazies. Chest today for me, New 1 rep max on the bench, 345. Damn, that's really good. I have realized just recently, after looking at photos and such, that my upper chest is terrible. So we're going to be putting some fucking muscle up on my upper chest. So I've been doing just strictly incline for all my movements. Mid chest and lower chest are looking pretty damn good, but the upper chest, I need to get some fucking nice titty meat up there for sure. Get them things bouncing. Let's see what we can do here. Bam, 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 bam. See, I got to get that titty meat up here. I got the down low. I don't got the uppers. We'll get there though. Was repping out 245 on incline yesterday though for 8. Was it 8? No, I only hit 6. Damn. For my what's it called? Incline chest. Not too bad. I need a gym, bro. It's all good. Just working today. Thanks for the advice on the lats. Been having trouble with it too. Excuse me. Been having trouble developing chest. What's the solution? Heavier bench. The same thing I just told you for lats is the same thing for chest, believe it or not. You want to on the way down, so like pull everything back and pinch your shoulder blades, right? Everything should be set up. Your chest should be nice and upright. Right? So no, it's right. Nice big fill, touch that chest, and then push it with everything you got. The first motion of it, believe it or not, should be coming from your muscles in the back. That's going to help you get that first 2 to 3 inches off your chest. And then once from there, it's going to wrap around and you're going to feel your chest start to get pumped and then just squeeze the shit out of that puppy right at the top. And that's how your reps should look. So you'll feel it in the back first. That's why you want to pinch your shoulder blades. Get my fucking cape back on here. This ain't no titty show. Oh, so that's huge. It's a big part of lifting chest. A lot of people stay flat and their shoulders are rounded forward and they're lifting and they're actually using a lot of the front delt. And that's why their chest is so mediocre, right? It's because they don't have the right form. You got to get hyper extended, so to speak, when you got your bench, and then back for the first 3 inches and then finish off with them titty meats. It's good stuff. Yeah, everybody's got to work on their breathing for sure. Jiu-jitsu. Probably for the first year of jiu-jitsu, I definitely the first 6 months. It took a while to learn how to breathe in jiu-jitsu. Fucking crazy. I will have to post some high intensity techniques for you guys on lifting. Though one of these workouts in, and you will not need any cardio that day. I feel that. Jiu-jitsu is my cardio though. On top of, I actually do like 20 minutes on my bike and stuff like that too. But oh yeah. People are missing out on this. They don't realize that in order to get that right frame and that right setup, even like, look at how people are today. I sat in the hot tub after the gym today, and I was just looking around at like your average Joes that are in the gym and just how poor their posture is and how poor their physique is because they don't know how to master their posture. And like when people talk about pulling your shoulders back, you got to really like really open those things up and down. It's the same thing with biceps too, guys. Biceps and triceps. Pull those shoulder blades back and down. And then that's how you're going to get a good pump in your bicep. And the same thing with your tricep, because there's too many people that are rounded here and they're only building one aspect of their tricep. Pull those shoulders back and down and get that full extension. Thor's absolutely 100% right. Like if you could master one thing right now to make your lifts better, I mean, that's everything. Same thing with my deadlifts. I pull my shoulders back and down to set up in my figure 4 position for my deadlift. Same thing with those rows. Like you could see in that video that I'm holding my shoulders back and down in order to get set up for that. What it do back to you, the bit. How are we doing today? Good to see you in here. How we doing on them likes? 35. All right. Let's get that mo better. I highly recommend a posture corrector. I just highly recommend you become cognizant of it. But if you do need something to kind of remind you and do that stuff, absolutely. I'll get to you in a second, Sam Kilborn, for sure on that one. I mean, I'm a huge fan, but let's get there. Yeah, posture correctors can help out, but I'm also a big fan of doing shit on your own so that you can turn it into a behavior rather than just relying on something to do it for you, right? It's like for a long time I wouldn't lift with braces. If I lifted with a brace or a belt or anything like that for a couple weeks, I would take everything off and I'd only lift raw, right? Platform shoes and all that other stuff, I'd go flat-footed or I'd go I don't go barefooted on stuff. That's fucking retarded. Sorry to those you guys that do that. It's just not me. I'd rather have shoes on, like a flat-soled shoe. Like I wear Reebok Nanos. I love Reebok Nanos because it's a good flat-soled shoe that I feel connected to with. I used to do a lot of I used to do Chucks, but I would tear through Chucks so fast with how I lift. So the Cirque du Soleil has some interesting ab plank routines that are 5 minutes long, and they've changed my shoulders in a few weeks quite a bit. That's awesome. Yeah. Like I talk about, once you work on core and stabilize core and you focus on that stuff too, everything will form. It's really great. What kettlebell lifts do you prefer? Shoot. Well, I do like swings. I like Turkish get-ups for sure. They're difficult, but once you master them, they're really good full body. They carry over to jiu-jitsu really well as well. Front squats, goblet squats, and snatches are probably the main kettlebell stuff that I do, but I haven't touched a kettlebell in probably, I don't know, 2-3 months. I'm just strictly fucking barbarian lifting right now. Sweet. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. I sent out the free chapter today too. And most people reported back that it went directly into their inbox. So if you guys were on the mailing list and you haven't checked your email yet, the free chapter is in your inbox. Do go and check it out. 5x5 strong lift. Hell yeah. Let's go back to Sam Kilborn's question here. What do you think about creatine? I think that creatine is a tremendous supplement. Do not spend any more than $20 on it, though. I got too many people that'll be like, oh, get creacic or whatever fucking ester of creatine. Okay, don't do that. That's fucking stupid. Get creatine monohydrate, fucking super load it for the first week, 5-10 grams every single day. And then from there, just rock and roll 5 grams. Put it in your protein shake. Do whatever you got to do. Do it post-workout, pre-workout. It doesn't fucking matter. The creatine, what it's doing is it's a vasodilator that opens up the cell walls so that you can, with water, right? Because most of our cell walls allow water in. So it opens up the cell wall so that nutrients are able to go into that cell so that it can expand. Plain and simple. Creatine is a fucking must if you're trying to get bigger, or if you're like, even if you're not trying to get bigger, but if you're just trying to get fucking like a good shape, like a good physique, a good aesthetics. Sure, the first week or two might you look bloated. I don't know. It depends. That I think comes down to your diet for sure. But definitely rock creatine monohydrate. You can go on Amazon right now and get like a 2-month supply for $20. I used to get, what the fuck was it called? Like Pro Labs or something. They used to sell it for like 2 huge containers for $20. Just straight white powder. I just throw it in my mouth and fucking right? Strong but bloated. I'd say that has something more to do. I mean, that's creatine for sure reacting, but I'd also say it has a lot to do with your diet, because you can still cut and have creatine in your system. So it's just the way that your body's working with inflammation, I think. Excuse me. I'm past that now. I'm past that, all that, with even protein and all that other stuff too. I don't get bad gas from most of that stuff anymore, just because I've been doing it for years and years and years. We got 45 people up in the chat. As I said earlier, yeah, creatine is super cheap. If you guys want to donate to the show, our Streamlabs link is up and running, as well as Super Chat. It's a new function now that I am officially monetized by the YouTubes. Don't know about that ad revenue, though. Don't know if that one's going to happen, so we'll have to wait and see. But it'd be cool. That would be cool to see. Big announcement at the moment. Big announcement as well. For those of you guys that are not aware, obviously a Patriarch's Vision Purging Feminism will be released March 1st. However, if you are on the mailing list, you will have quite a few little droplets of knowledge and wisdom and some treats. Who doesn't like some treats? So if you're not on the mailing list, please do ensure that you get on the mailing list so that I can email you a free chapter, as well as keep you up to date on the nice little treats that I'm going to give to all you silly geese. San Diego Jared with a super chat. Let me go ahead and pull that puppy up, and then we'll talk about the next thing we got to announce. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. WarTribe Full Life, plain and simple. Anything above 10 grams of creatine will fuck me up, even though I've been using it a while. Yeah, don't do more than 10 grams of creatine. You don't need it. Hyperload creatine for 5 days with 10 grams of creatine, then lower it down to 5 grams. That's it, right? That's all you need to do. You're definitely welcome. You're definitely welcome there. This generation's main goal is sexual warfare, for sure. Well, I wouldn't say, I'd say the main goal is that. I talk about that in my new book too. The reason for this is they're trying to tear reality apart at the seams. That's really the goal and objective of feminism. And I talk about it in my chapter on spirituality, why that is. I break down what the key components of spirituality truly are, like the two main pistons of the engine to keep things together. So I won't, I won't spoil it, because then if I give too much of the book away, then whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like, I want there to be I don't want to spoiler alert everything, right? So anyway. Yo, if you're trying to gain weight, that's fine. Absolutely. I would also be getting down on some ice cream and some chocolate milk. Like, I'd be doing fucking go mad. Maybe not go mad, but I'd definitely be chugging some chocolate milk right after my workout with some fucking with some creatine and some protein added to it. That's fucking legit. Mac and cheese for sure. You don't need to go super strict like I am, where I'm just eating plain white rice and fucking tilapia and stuff, but you should be good. The thing that you got to know is that with that kind of mass, you're also going to be putting on a little bit of body fat. So you're not going to look as cut, but at the same time too, man, like, you need to put mass on big time. So I'd also be getting a mass gainer. I'd be taking a mass gainer, and I'd be drinking chocolate milk after my workouts. It looks like he's looking to get bigger. So they want to ruin the womb of a certain demographic to, yeah, exactly. I think what's going to happen here in the future is essentially 1984. If you guys haven't read 1984, obviously they have INGSOC, and then there's another society out there called Oceania that they don't talk a lot about. But Oceania would be like, in my perspective, in my opinion, Oceania would be like the masculine, enlightened golden age society that's separated from INGSOC. And then I think INGSOC is like the ultimate feminine dystopia. But I think that's what they believe is the ultimate utopia. It's the socialist big brother. Everybody's kind of the same, right? Everybody wears the same outfits and all this other stuff. That's kind of essentially the dream, right? That's what it is. And I think that right now what we're starting to see is people separating and merging into those distinct tribes. And essentially what I'm creating is I'm trying to create that masculine, so to speak, utopia, what I think Oceania would have been in the book, right? Where a good merge and blend between technology, individual rights and freedoms and so forth, philosophy, a tie back to some level of tribalism and learning from that stuff as well, keeping people's minds free and open and just going from there. It'd be like a new age Athens, so to speak, but mixed with like a samurai, Viking, Maori, Native American, Spartan, and that's about it. That's like the 5-6 types of things that I would kind of merge together, so to speak. Oh man, that's funny. Yep, that's what I'm talking about. There's got to be some level of like a warrior culture for sure. We're starting to see that when you don't have a warrior culture, men don't really have much of a purpose. They don't have a direction. They don't become men. You also open up your borders and boundaries to be infiltrated by, I mean, the KGB called it as far as how to destroy America from within. America would never be destroyed from the outside. So that's what happened was these colleges and these institutions became the breeding ground for feminism, or not just feminism, but communism, right? And it started to push all this other stuff. Yeah, exactly, Ken Wilder. You know exactly what I'm talking about. So that's what I talk about is take the best from our histories, take the best kind of level of governments, right? I think the Declaration of Independence was huge, right? As far as like where we are, as far as America is concerned, but apply that to a monarchy where the monarch understands the necessity, the need for individual rights and sovereignty for people to have domain over themselves. But there also needs to be a societal contract. So it's like the king or the emperor or whomever doesn't have 100% full, like for a lifetime, those people being under his rule, so to speak. Instead, it's like, how can you have a good leader that also teaches you how to cherish individual rights and freedoms and keep a society that way, right? For far too long, we had monarchs and monarchies that were instead all about like ruling rather than mentoring, which I think there's a fine line between the two. It would be more like a, in a way, like, obviously like a Ronin, so to speak, but just one Ronin. I think that we've already tried to have a monarch being held accountable to a constitution. I instead envision it being more of like a philosopher king that understands those types of rights and rules and regulations that need to be applied. And then also is the one through action ensures that those types of things remain, right? And the beauty of having a monarch is obviously if that monarch becomes tyrannical, so to speak, there's going to be plenty of people that are going to be able to take out that one individual. But the thing is, there needs to be some type of societal bargain that as long as things are good and the peace is maintained, peace, what is peace? Then there wouldn't be any of that. Like it's better to, I talk about this in the second chapter that we as a species are inclined to be led. We look for leaders. We look for someone to be the apex of the hierarchy, right? That's just how it is. But if you have someone who's in that position at the head of the hierarchy, then everything else should fall in line. There should be balance. And I think that's another thing that's going on in today's world is that people are really, really distraught with the level of leadership we have, mainly because as well, the last 3 generations of men have not been initiated in manhood. So now we have these tyrannical creatures that are still operating in boy energy, running the world, and they're just using all these things in order to benefit themselves because they can't think outside of themselves, just like women. It's solipsism. Let me take a look at this. Oh no. Just making sure my coals. Anyway, with that said, let's get on to the topic because I got to get going here in a little bit. Yeah, Marcus Aurelius was pretty close, I believe. Pretty close. Pretty close indeed. So, let's talk about the 5 reasons why no father should ever send their daughter to college. What do you guys think the first thing I'm going to say is? Let's get that in the chat. What do you think the first reason not to send your daughter to college is? I'm up for deadlifting dictators. That's what I'm talking about. Hell yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot to hit the enter button. If you guys want to what's it called? Get on my mailing list. Here's the mailing list. I'm up for deadlifting dictators. Hell yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Oh, yes. Yes, 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 yes. And we're going to get there. We're going to get there. Exactly. Exactly. The number one reason, we'll get there too as well. The biggest reason why you should never send your daughter to college is because she's going to become a promiscuous lady. I'm trying to get this girl to come over and just do an interview with me. But a little while ago, I hooked up with this 19-year-old girl she's in her first year of college. She's going to school right down the street here in San Diego. And I swear to you, she's got to have a notch count that's probably puts most of y'all's to shame for sure. She might even put mine to shame. I don't know. 19 years old, maybe possibly having a 200 plus notch count. That's ridiculous. But not just that. So this chick last night is literally telling me, I'm like, hey, come over. I want to do an interview with you. We've already smashed. We'll talk about that a little bit. But I want to talk to you mainly about your experience right now because she's running sugar daddy game on all these dudes, right? And she's like, well, are we going to hook up? I was like, yeah, we'll hook up. I mean, we have to. She's like, well, why am I going to come over and do that? And when instead I'm getting paid $500 to hook up with all these guys. And it's just like, oh my God. Oh my God. Terrible. Another girl this week as well. She's running this stuff like a business, 20 years old, straight up telling me like that the only reason why she's on Tinder and all this other stuff is because she's trying to be a sugar baby. Like she's sure her school's already paid for it and she's getting paid as a model, but she wants dudes to just like, let me throw the word out here of what is really going on here. They are prostitutes. And there's an older word out there that is a reference to a woman that gets paid for sex. It begins with a W. And that's essentially when you send your girl to school at 18 years old to just be free in her open hypergamy. You are literally signing up for your daughter to become a prostitute, a H or WH, right? But regardless, what it comes down to, and this is a well-known fact, when a girl has more than 5 partners, her pair bonding mechanism is pretty much completely screwed over. Completely screwed over. And I even present a case in my new book that women's pair bonding mechanisms even becomes so tainted that they can't even pair bond with their children. And we're starting to see that in today's world because these girls are going to college. They're falling in love with the identity of working in the workforce. Workforce ends up becoming the number one relationship in their life. Number 2 will be their children. And then number 3 might be their husband or spouse. Automatically from the get-go, those children are at a disadvantage because their mother has technically emotionally abandoned them. And that is not a healthy environment. So number 5 reason not to send your daughter to college, because she will become promiscuous. She will. You have no guarantee that she won't. Our society was much better when our fathers, we'll get into that afterwards. Number 4, she will become entitled due to her prestigious degree. For years and years and years and years, from kindergarten up to graduation from high school, she's been marketed to by these teachers and by media that she needs to become a strong, empowered woman by going to where? College. These girls end up thinking that that is the pinnacle. They go and they get this degree. Believe it or not, most women now today, most every woman that I meet continues to go to school directly afterwards in order to get their master's degree. So now they're spending 6 years in college, and then a large majority of them want to get that doctorate so that they can have that title of, I'm a boss doctor. It's like, you're not a doctor. Shut the fuck up. Anyway, she will become entitled due to this degree Every girl that I talk to that has a degree always leads with her degree. She somehow thinks that she is intelligent now. She is a boss and she is a strong and independent woman because she obtained a degree where all she did was just read books and do some homework that was told to her by somebody else. She paid for that stuff. Well, she probably didn't pay for it. Let's be honest. Let's be real. We got 46 people up in the chat too. Let's make sure we're hitting that like button. What's our ratio at right now? 40? All right. All right. All right. I'm not mad about that. Dang. Am I missing something over here? I don't see the super chat. Oh, maybe I got to go lower. I see it on the chat over here. That's weird. That's weird. Because I see it here. There's one from Giuseppe, I think. What's going on with that? Dude, I'm sorry. I see this one right here. What do you think of women's rights? I believe women should be allowed to make their own choices, but held accountable and responsible for their actions. They lack male, masculine mentorship and guidance, for sure. I agree with that. Oh, dude, that was a while ago, huh? Sorry, buddy. That was a long time ago. Good question, though. Good thing that we're here there. Now I'm seeing it up in this B. Good stuff. I don't, this is going to get me in some hot water, but I don't really care. I don't think, and this is what I write about in my book, when it comes to rights, I think you need to go through a phase in your life where you don't have any rights. That was my time in the military. And the beauty of having that happen, of having that structure where I wasn't given rights, or I had very, very limited rights, was one of those things that really taught me my appreciation and my love for freedom. That's why I have "Live Free" tattooed on my knuckles. It's like my biggest purpose in life is obviously to maintain a level of freedom. Women, however, are catered to from the get-go in our society, and there needs to be a time frame in their life too where they go through not really having rights just given to them, because that's essentially what it comes down to. And there's no level of societal contract for them, like i.e., bucket brigade and draft and all this stuff, where they're entitled to rights, right? Like just because we live in a democracy doesn't mean that all people should vote. That's why I don't like democracies anyway. I think democracies are a joke, and we're starting to see the flaws with that. That doesn't equal freedom. Let's see what else. All right, just making sure that was there. Going back to all this stuff. I'm surprised that didn't pop up, man. That was crazy. It didn't pop up in my StreamYards. Glad I got to it though. So I'm glad I answered that. Like I said, number 4, she'll become entitled due to her prestigious degree. That level of entitlement too for someone who's 22, 24, 26, I don't believe is necessary. I also think that women don't need any more entitlements or prestige in society. Maybe when they're 60, they can wrap back around and get a degree like that and get a doctorate and all that other stuff and feel entitled. But I don't think someone in their 20s, 30s, maybe hell even 40s needs to have that, plain and or simple. And again, in my book, I talk about the time frame by which all this stuff should occur. The other next thing about this is she doesn't learn anything about reality. College now, especially today, gives a false notion about reality. Instead, fills their brains up with all this fucking crazy hoopla about rights and all this other shit and how things should be instead of how things really are. I mean, I'm going to do a list later on for men too. This is why I don't believe in college, period. I don't think people should go to it. I think it's fucking stupid, especially when someone's in their 20s and 30s. You need to learn about the rules of life. You need to go out there and you need to get your ass kicked. For women, though, I think that women should be having kids between the ages of 18 to 26. The sooner, the better. That is their debt to society. Become a mother first. Be feminine, be fit, right? Optimize your fucking sexual value during that time frame, and rock and roll that way. And then later on in life, when your kids are all grown up and you want to go to college and you want to specialize in some type of thing and go out in the workforce, feel free. Feel free. But I guarantee you by that point in time, only 20% of women are going to want to go out and do that. Because I think most women will be more fulfilled in having kids and raising a good family. We used to see that. It wasn't that the patriarchy was holding them down. That was just nature. That was just the way we set up our society, because that's what works. That's what makes our society thrive, not this bullshit that we're dealing with today. So they don't really learn anything about life. They learn a facade of what life should be. That's why all this political correctness, all this stuff of bending the genders and all this other shit, it's not reality. It's all bullshit in order to make someone feel like they're contributing something to academia. It's like, this is all stupid shit. We don't need to know this stuff. It's a fucking waste. It's a drain on our resources. It's a drain on our mental faculties. Like it's fucking so stupid. The least respected gifts are always free. Absolutely. Same goes for rights. I appreciate that as well. You're 100% right. You need to earn your rights, and you got to do that by being you got to choose to be a citizen first, man. You got to give something back to society in order for society to operate. You can't just expect to come into society and have everything handed to you. Cough. Illegal immigrants. Number 2 reason why not to send your daughter to college. She'll become a feminist and spite all the things you have done to get her there. I don't know many a man today that isn't being slighted by their daughter and being called a fucking patriarch or being called a whatever, a misogynist and a toxic male. And yet here's this fucking simp of a dude thinking, oh, I'm doing the best thing for my daughter by paying for her college, by saving money and investing into my daughter to go to school, only to have her go into debt, become a fucking prostitute, and then come home with a fucking bull ring piercing and fucking dyed green hair to tell you that you are the patriarchy and you are a toxic man. It's fucking stupid. And then not just that, she learns to be a feminist. Like, you are setting, like, how fucking dumb are you sending your fucking daughter to go to a feminist indoctrination camp? And then you're sitting here like, oh, the West is falling apart. It's like, yeah, you're fucking idiot. You keep giving fucking foot soldiers more fucking people and your fucking dollars. Like, be a man, uphold your boundaries, and tell that bitch to fucking stay home, and you're going to find her a goddamn husband. Right? Like, what's wrong with that? There's nothing wrong with that. Right? You're going to get married as soon as possible. Plain and simple. Oh, by the way, I'm going to see fucking cooking classes and all this other stuff before that even happens. Cooking classes, you're going to fucking be held responsible for cleaning up around the house, right? Maybe go to fucking some parenting classes or some other shit. Learn to become a good wife and a good mother. Then we'll find you a nice guy. We'll get you married. He'll take care of you, so to speak, or whatever. Get that taken care of. That's way, way, way better. Way better. Sending them to the feminist indoctrination camp where they're going to spit on you and tell you you fucking benefited from white privilege in the patriarchy. It's like, fucking entitled brat. Burn them at the stake. I'm just kidding. It's a joke. It's just a joke. I'm not endorsing any violence. It was a reference to the witch hunt. All that. Okay. Anyway, I just say instead, don't send them to college. Plain and simple. Don't send them to college. Don't save your money for that shit. Don't invest your money into it. I hate seeing parents that say, oh, I'm putting aside money for my kid's fucking college fund. It's like, I'm not proud of you for saying that. I actually look down upon you. I think you're stupid. Why don't you do that? If we know that colleges are the reason why these kids are becoming so left and liberal and all this other stuff in our country, you also know that college prices and tuitions are fucking inflating out the wazoo for no fucking reason. If your kids get a job afterwards that's barely going to be able to pay off their student debt, why not come up with a better plan? Like, be different from society. If you're going to sit here and bitch about the decay of society, like, do something about it. And the best thing you could do is vote with dollars. I'm not sending my fucking daughter to that fucking socialist trap. Stop it. Honestly, seriously, stop it. And then the number one reason, this is like a whole bunch of stuff just all in one that I had to hodgepodge together, but whatever. It's fucking amazing. It's super hilarious. We're going to get some smiley face emojis in the chat for my number one here. She'll become a victim, an alcoholic, and dependent on the system. I don't know many people that are in college today that are somehow, some way, a victimized, a professional victim who then uses alcohol and other drugs to disassociate and feel empowered. And then also continue to bitch and moan that the system needs to give them more. That is the ultimate level of victimhood right there. You are so entitled that you're going to college for free. You get to disassociate with all your fucking little drugs and alcohol and all stuff, and then continue to steal more money from the taxpayers. Get the F out of here. Do not send your kids to college anymore. More specifically, do not send your daughter to college. If you do, and you are in the red pill space, you are not the type of person that lives by your own fucking prescriptions. You're not the type of person that is actually doing what they can in order to create a rise of masculinity in this world. You're not doing anything in order to help the trajectory of where we're trying to go. If you send your daughter to college, you are a weak male who can't even hold any boundaries with women in your life. Again, it goes back to what old boy was saying there earlier. I think it was saying that the majority of people in the red pill space today, sure, they got the theory, but they can't do the action. They can't take the action. Why is that? A man is judged solely on his actions, not just his words. A man is judged by his actions. You have to start taking action, not just any old action, but the right actions. And I am giving you the prescription by which that needs to occur. Do not send your girls to college. I will do another one on sending your men to college. Don't send your boys to college either. They're better off getting a trade. They're better off going into the military. Honestly, they're better off working on a fucking oil rig for a couple of fucking years and building up some wealth and getting some hard knock lessons going on for sure. Anyway, let's take a look through some of these, and then I got to get going because I got to at least go to class and sign the paper. Oh, God. Let me scroll all the way back up here. Corey, I was just on the Hinge app. I am amazed at girls on 25 Instagram photos. They usually traveled everywhere. They all have fur babies and they drink all the time. That's what I'm saying. Like, I noticed that too. I noticed that with all these girls today. In almost every photo, they have drinks in their hands. Like, you can't have fun. You can't be a normal person without drinking. It's why my number one thing here I said is they will become alcoholics. Like, where do you think they learn this behavior from? It's like, oh, stressed out from class, whatever. Let's go drink. Oh, I want to go have fun. Oh, let's drink. It's like, not good. I was just telling you about that 19-year-old girl. She just went to a rave on Sunday night. And she was rolling on ecstasy. And you should have seen how this girl was dressed. She literally wore lace underwear to a rave. You could see everything. Everything. I'm not kidding. You could see everything. The downstairs lips and the nipples. Like, let me hear you bitch about being fucking raped. Honestly. Like, seriously. Wait, you're telling me that you're going to a rave on a Sunday night at fucking 10 o'clock in the evening. You're taking ecstasy and you're dressed like that. Like, these are, again, going back to this, women are so entitled today that they honestly think that men would be at fault for that situation if that were to occur. It's like you literally, like, you just went and parked a fucking Rolls Royce in the middle of the ghetto with the windows down, the music blaring, and the key in the fucking ignition. And a sign that says on it, "Take me for a joyride, please." Like, you can't do that, but yet men are the ones that are told, hey, you need to control yourself. You need to not take action on that. It's like, yeah, you also can't be doing shit like that either, right? There needs to be some level of a fucking social contract here where there's a understanding between the two sexes. But that contract is out the window, especially hierarchy and feminism taking over all of our legislation and social media and all this other shit. Fucking retarded, honestly. Anyway, rope bunnies are what they are called today. They are exclusive to the public while being independent, and they love being submissive piglets who get off electrocuted. Okay. I love this stuff, dude. It's crazy. Teach them how to fold fitted sheets and iron dresses. I still don't know how to fold a fitted sheet, honestly. I don't think it's my job to do so either. The Gunt is in the house. How we doing, my dude? 39 in this shitty DC and Baltimore. Yeah, you got to travel a little bit more, man, to be honest with you. But yeah, for sure. No, the strong, empowered women are taught. What do you think they're fucking getting? Why do you think they're selling pussies on the side for? It's so that they can go and travel and take these Instagram photos, right? It's so that they can go in the gym and buy like all the best gym shark gear. It's absurd. It's absurd. But then they'll sit there and they'll complain that they're broke college students. It's like, you just to get that picture in Santorini. Like, go fuck yourself. Plain and simple. My wallet, my choice for sure. Hit the like button, absolutely. Throws on here. Once my mouse starts to fucking decide to click. Clicky poo. Oh man. Let's see what we got here, because I got to get cruising. Oh, I got a new match on Tinder. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what it is. Goal is 350 by Vegas. Weighed in at 421 this morning. Jeez Louise, dude. I hope you hit it, honestly. How has because I know you decided to convert over to carnivore. Have you seen any difference there? Have you seen anything change? Anyway, 22 hours. 22-hour fast. Nice. Attend college while in the military. Yes. I mean, yeah, because you're distant, but at the same time too, I think we just need to straight up, we just need to not go to college any longer. There needs to be a full-blown boycott on feeding these people any form of money. Starve it. Starve that fucking beast. Universities need to go back to serving people that are intending to specialize and people that have the means to do so. Right? Universities today are open to everybody. There's nothing prestigious about going to university. I myself just recently got accepted to UCSD in Berkeley. I went up to Berkeley. There's nothing prestigious about Berkeley. It's a fucking shithole. It's disgusting. Like, they're sitting here trying to tell me that it's an Ivy League school. Sure, okay. Could the professors be that way? Absolutely. But whatever. I ended up going to UCSD. It's a fucking joke. It was a fucking joke. The people there aren't leaders. They're not teachers. They profess things to you. They've been there. They're on tenure. It's fucking garbage. It's just old fucking boomers / fucking hippies and all this other stuff that are trying to keep the fucking civil rights era alive and just come up with all sorts of dumb shit to talk about. Every class that I sat in, there was always something about race or there was always something about sex included into it, where we had to placate to someone and make someone feel comfortable. Every time it got brought up, it's like, this has nothing to do with fucking Plato's cave. You fucking asshole. Anyway, don't go to college. Stop sending money to colleges. It's not to say that some of these things shouldn't exist. It's just to say, starve the beast for a little while. Let society restructure itself based off of that. Oh, man. No worries. Well, I'm about to get out of here anyway. So if my audio is cutting out, so be it. Yep, I regret college. Debt scam. Absolutely 100%. Just don't be a straight white male and you'll be 100. Well, I have a feeling that black men are going to be next on the chopping block. Actually, for sure Asian men. For sure Asian men. And then I think black men. They'll be next on the chopping block. I was born and raised in Chicago. The amount of West Coast liberals that are moving here sucks. Us locals bully them, though. Usually get shut and mugged and then move when our winters come. Yeah, good stuff. College is meant for a specific kind of person. It's understood in ancient times. Unfortunately, today we think anyone can be elite intelligence. Nope, it can't be. 100% agree with you. It should be for like 1% of people that have that intellect. College is self-limiting. You can't expand on anything important because you'll accidentally step on those. Yeah, exactly. Any recommendations for a 32-year-old wanting to join the military? It sounds like you're either going to have to choose the Navy or the Army. I think those are the only ones that take people up to that age. Or you have like Merchant Marines or something. I don't. Do we even have the fucking Merchant Marines anymore? I don't know what I'm fucking talking about. Space Force might be hiring. Yeah, take a look into that. I don't know the requirements for that. What's it called? I love it. Yeah, well, I mean, you're astute, right? This whole belief that there's a black culture and all this other stuff that people buy into. It's like you don't buy into that stuff. You don't subscribe to it. The culture is really what it comes down to. It's like people say that when someone is cultured that they're white. It's kind of a pejorative in a way. It's just like, no, there's a difference between someone who's cultured and carries themselves in a specific way, right, with culture, and people who aren't. And it's been prescribed now colors and races instead. But the goal should be for you to be cultured. Like you should be a cultured individual. You should rise the level. You should raise your level of the type of individual you are. So I get that for sure. It's silly. Anyway, everybody, thank you for the super chats. One final announcement before I do go. For those of you guys that have not heard, the WarTribe is a paid membership. It costs $20 a month. I will be raising the price of memberships to $30 a month on March 1st and $300 a year. But if you get in before March 1st, you will be locked into the $20 a month or $200 a year subscription. So if you've been considering joining WarTribe, let me tell you about the WarTribe real quick too, first and foremost. Most of my members are already up in the chat right now. It's a group of dudes, like I said earlier, ranging in age from 58 to 18 years old, and it's all dudes that are all in the money muscle game, getting your shit together, cleaning up all the fucking past traumas of your life, and trying to become the fucking alpha chat of society. And we're all working on it together, honestly. I do a webinar every Sunday for 2 hours where you're able to ask your questions and talk to the group of men that show up there and ask any questions that you so desire. And we also have a forum, which is the main part of WarTribe.com. You can sign up there, as well as a WhatsApp chat group where you have access to everybody 100% of the time to ask any acute questions that you may need. It is a phenomenal group of men that you should join. Like I said, after March 1st, the prices will go up $30 and $300 a year. If you want to get in now, you should. $20 a month or $200 a year that you will be locked into for the rest of the year. So please do get over there and sign up now. Anyway, with that said, I will be back live with you guys tomorrow at 4:30 p.m. So don't hold your breath. And if you're tuning in after the live stream, make sure you hit the like button. If you are not subscribed, hit the subscribe and grow some balls and share this with your friends. All righty, guys. Adios.